Hey, who's in here? I'm doing a little test. Yep, had one, lost one. Got a thumbs up. Thank you. Can you hear me? Hey, Troy, how you doing? Is the sound all right, Troy? Okay. Sorry about. I'm got my legs kicked up on the porch and just hanging out, and I'm watching the hummingbirds feed. So I figured I'd go live. You avoiding this COVID? Hey, have you been able to avoid this COVID, Troy? Or what you think about the vaccine? Yeah, I'm kind of OCD and I'm double masking. And hey, Shandy, how are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate y'all coming to visit with me. Well, if it isn't Mark B. Okay, got a picture of a snake. Hey, Mark and I dropped videos unbeknownst to each other. He had a little earthworm in his yard, and I had a real snake in my yard. So I had to put it out on my community to vote for it. I hope y'all are doing all right. I'm just sitting on the porch, and I said, you know what? I'd been trying to do a live, but it wouldn't let me for whatever reason, which I do this on my phone. Hey, Jenny. Mark was trying to say mine was a garden hose, one of those seen on TV, because I sent him a picture of the snake about the same day I saw it, and it did look like one of those hoses. Oh, man, that's funny. Well, all y'all uh, check each other's channel out. I'm not going to be on here that long. I was just experimenting, really. Just on the porch, ate me a couple of chicken pot pies. Yeah, Shandy, that's about it. Well, see, you got to understand, Mark and I, we'll email each other during the day, just jokes and stuff like that. So I figured that was about as good a thing to do with that as anything. But they said they were able to get Mark out of the tree safely after he saw the snake. So it was a good outcome. And those are my blue jeans y'all are looking at, folks. I may, Mark. I'm thinking about it. I just ate supper. I was lazy tonight. I've been working all day, so I just made me some chicken pot pies. I love those chicken pot pies for whatever reason. I ate some of them as a kid. Well, I ate a good many of them as a kid. That was one of the staples we had. These are Walmart, Troy. Uh, Tough and Rough, I guess. You remember those Tough and Rough jeans? Yeah, I know you probably remember them. That sounds good. Steak taco sounds good, Mark. Hey, Troy, do you remember PF Flyers? And that will give away that you're old. Yeah, when I was little, man, I grew like a foot in a year, and I couldn't keep jeans long enough. And my mama got to sewing extensions on them, and so yeah, we were getting whatever cheap jeans she could find. And finally, my uncle, I was getting some of his hand me downs, and I love hand me downs. You can't remember PF Flyer sneakers, Troy? Hey, well, I am a little bit older than you, but yeah, look up some of their old advertisement. That would make you run faster, jump higher. Hey, Smoking, thank you for stopping by. We got like 7 people in here smoking. I was trying to go live. I tried to go live the other night, but it wouldn't let me. And so I said, well, I'm going to see if I can get it to go live. And it finally did tonight. So I'm sitting on my porch and just relaxing out here, watching the hummingbirds. I like to have, I've got hummingbirds and they're fighting. Yeah, Troy. Yep, you're right about that. We couldn't afford the night. My mom would get like 4 for $5 from Kmart, and they sound like you had boards on your feet running down the gym floor. Jenny, I'm going to send you this snake. It'll be there in about a day. Make sure you get some mice, Jenny. You got to have mice to feed that snake with, though. Hey, thank you, Jenny. I appreciate that. Oh, that's fine. Share. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here. To be honest with you, I was testing it, and then I had 2 jump in the room. I said, well, I'm going to talk for a little bit because I limit my contact with people. I talk with people on the phone, but I feel like y'all are my family. Sandra, hey, hun. He's screaming. Yeah, now I'm not scared of snakes as long as I can see them. But if they surprise me, it spooks me. And thank you for stopping by, Sandra. We're just chit chatting. I am too, smoking. We're kind of hit and miss on seeing each other. Y'all check each other out. Everybody's got good channels. Yeah, it's been a nice day in North Carolina today. I doing a lot of stuff I needed to do, and but yeah, it's getting where it's dusk here. Mosquitoes hadn't started coming out. Man, we at one time we were plagued with mosquitoes around here, and I keep if there's water standing somewhere, I'm getting rid of it. Okay, that's good. Send me an email. I always like getting them. I always like hearing from everybody, seeing how they're doing. The heat's not too bad right now, Jenny. No, it will be getting like hell's front porch here for too long. We got some bad humidity down here, and but tonight it's pleasant. No mosquitoes, and just sitting out here watching the traffic go by when it will. I have like one car every so often. Used to, we'd sit out in the road and play up here. You never see a car hardly. How's everybody's week going? Too many people where you live, Mark? Well, you kind of cover like a tri-state area with your stuff, don't you? Yeah, Jenny Smithfield. I go through there a lot. Yeah, Smithfield's east of Raleigh, and it's north of me. I'm on the North South Carolina line. What do you just do chicken, Shandy? Yeah, I'm pretty close to Fayetteville, Mark, home of Fort Bragg. I go over in Fayetteville and work quite a bit. There's a lot of times if I need something particular, I'll go over there. There's a Home Depot over there. There isn't a Home Depot around me. There's a lot of Lowe's around me though. Well, let me know when y'all going down that way, Heather. I'll ride up to Smithfield. See y'all. They got a good barbecue place up there. And oddly enough, the name of it's Smithfield, but it's pretty good barbecue. And they got a good vinegar-based sauce too. They don't have any chitlins though. Hey Jerry, how you doing? Hope everything is well in your world. I'm good, Jerry. Yes, Sandra, I know what you mean. I've got a library of videos that I've made, and I use them kind of when I don't really feel like doing something. Of course, my uh, goal is to put out the cheapest uh, videos on YouTube. I've got my phone turned horizontal, so if I get a message, it'll come up and then it'll disappear. Yeah, I remember that barbecue, Mark. Chitlins, Jerry, is hog intestines. It you can the way I cook mine, I'll kind of cook them in a pan, then put them in the oven to harden them up. The garden's going real good. My little carport garden, that thing is just. I've got huge leaves on my radishes. Of course, it is a lot of rabbit manure and um, uh, cow manure in there, and then with the beans. Yeah, yeah. You're getting older. You got to watch that stuff. Yeah, Shandy. Mark sent me some pictures. He went to a barbecue place and evidently hit the bean buffet pretty hard. And I think he's been sleeping in his work van. I'm not sure about that. You'd have to ask him. Does your dad have a pretty big garden, Jenny? Mine is kind of spread out. I'm not back. My shoulder just isn't back from that wreck I was in, and so I'm not quite there yet. So I've got some gardening because I want to garden regardless whether I hurt or not. So I've got some raised beds. I've got how many raised beds do I have this year? One, three, four, five, maybe five, and putting in a sixth one, I think. And I bought a couple, made one, and ordered one, and yeah, I'm doing a lot of raised bed stuff, and I've got access to my uh, rabbit manure, and that's really helped my garden because I've got uh, my garlic is not a little over 2 weeks in the ground, and I've got like a foot of green on my garlic. And I eat a bunch of garlic, and I give a bunch away too. And I've got garlic in my garden, in the carport garden, in the container garden. Then I've got some onions, and I've kind of got to pull those onions up and check them, see if they're ready to harvest. There's some white onions. Of course, I pretty much eat onions every day. Hey, Sandra, what part of Canada are you in? I think you told me, but I'm sorry, my mind is about an inch short. Yeah, Jerry, we've been out of gasoline. I've had some stashed. Hey, Jared. And so I've been using that. Of course, Jerry. I'm like maybe 10 miles as the crow flies, as they say, to South Carolina line. South Carolina's really had no problem, and I was able to fill up some uh, gas cans. Now you're bilingual, aren't you, Sandra? Your husband speaks mainly French, if I remember correctly. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I may be talking about somebody else. I have no clue. Hey, Jared, did you vote on my community post about the snakes? Mark had a little overgrown earthworm and called 911 evidently, and had helicopters landing on his property because there was a little earthworm. He thought it was anaconda or something. The reason we're out of gas, somebody hacked into one of the main pipeline for the southeast, Shandy, and they installed ransomware in it, and the company paid $5 million. And they think they were Russians, which normally, if you've got Russian hackers, they're from the former East Bloc, because those guys are whizzes with computers, from what I've read. And but they bargained with them. I didn't think we bargained with terrorists, but they paid them. Oh gosh, yeah, I'm too old to be ganged up on. Excuse me. And that isn't COVID that I know of. Hey, Lord, thanks for stopping by. I just decided to get on here. I don't do lives that often, but I just was on here messing around, and then had a couple of people pop in. I was glad y'all stopped by. And good night. I'm getting behind on the chat. What is going on here? Yeah, Jerry, the tracks are like a mile and a quarter from my house. You remember that link I sent you about the nerve gas trains that came by? We just drove right up the road. They sent two trains by a day. Well, actually, it was four trains. They had a dummy train to make sure the tracks were okay. Then the second train was actually had the nerve gas. So whenever they do that, my dad and I'd go up there and just sit, and he'd get him a 6-pack of beer, and he'd be drinking. And as a matter of fact, I used to have a penny I put on the tracks that those trains mashed, and I couldn't tell you where that penny is now. Hey, Barbara, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to turn this phone the other way and see if that gets me where I can see what's going on with the chat. Okay. I don't know, something's going on. Probably, Jared. Yeah, it's getting dark here, Joe. Hey, Barbara, thank you for stopping by. Sorry I didn't acknowledge you, but the chat ain't doing something right. My old eyes trying to keep up with it. Yeah, we've got it's kind of a pullover track up there, Jerry. And so a lot of times the trains will pull off up there and do whatever switching they need to do. And that's where, when they were doing that switching, if you remember, I spoke about we were going to jump the train one time to get a ride. We were going to jump it up there, and we'd planned that out. I mean, the only thing is, we thought we'd just go like 30 minutes up the road and be able to get back. And some boys actually did that, unbeknownst to us. We did not plan it together, and ended up the train kept going, and they were up in Charlotte somewhere in the security for the railroad got them, and they had to call their folks to go to Charlotte to go get them. I know that wasn't a pleasant drive home. I'm losing the chat, y'all. Okay, all right. I got it back. There was a little error popped up, and I didn't know what it meant. Well, I had to get rid of that error where I could keep feeding. No, it weren't, Jerry. What are you getting excited about, Shandy? Share it with us. The Love Boat? Ooh. And where are you selling to, Shandy? About me watching Love Boat. My Love Boat sank. Hey, Barbara, tell us about you. I don't know that I'm familiar with you. If I am, I'm sorry. I just don't know. Now I like Gilligan's Island. I've seen The Love Boat. I like those old sitcoms like that. They were they didn't use filth to get laughs and all, and most of the humor was pretty PG rated. I like that. Well, Bart, we're glad you came, and do you do videos on your channel, Barbara? Yeah, the plane. Yeah, that's about true, Laura. Yeah, Gilligan's Island was a long time ago. I read a lot about Gilligan's Island, Gunsmoke, and those other things. I'm a trivia nut. Yeah, I don't do a lot of lives, Barbara. Have I done 3? Maybe 3 or 4, and that's it. Jenny, you ain't fooling nobody. You was tuning in to look at Little Joe. Did you watch Little House on the Prairie too? Okay, Barbara. Yeah, I like the old monsters, Laura. Barbara, I know where most everybody else is from. Where are you from? I'm in North Carolina. I'm on the North-South Carolina line. Yeah, Gomer Pyle was good too, Jerry. I like Gomer Pyle. He was an accomplished singer. That's how he got on Mayberry. Andy Griffin went to hear him, and he did a little nightclub act and liked him. Hey, Jerry Hires, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I like Beverly Hillbillies too. Yeah, that's where my daddy was born in Florida because his father moved down there during it was for the Depression, but he moved down there because it was better down there economically for him for a while. But him and his brother were born down there. I got a lot of relatives live in Florida. Who remembers the $6 Million Man? Yeah, the Waltons were awesome. Yeah, I liked his girlfriend. What was her name? And man, I thought she was just beautiful. Yeah, I like Granny too, smoking. She was a stage actress. Yeah, what was the Carter woman name that played Wonder Woman? Yeah, I liked her. Linda Carter, I think it was. You're a snowbird then, Barbara. Blunder Woman. That's good, Shandy. Well, Jerry, I appreciate that. Yeah, just things will pop up in my head that happened. Like I've been on a binge here lately. I want to write, kind of put down some videos of people I knew, because they were really awesome people. A lot of those old World War II guys, man, I love them, miss them, and their wives. Yeah, Linda Carter smoking. Yeah, yeah, I liked her too. I want her to laugh at me. Y'all remember Captain Kangaroo, where the balls would drop? I used to love, whatever reason, that was my favorite part of that show, if them balls would drop. And Mr. Green Jeans was a sidekick on there. Hey, Sandra, good night. Thanks for stopping by. You remember Captain Kangaroo, Jenny? You must just caught the tail end of it then, because that was a long time ago. Oh, gosh, yeah, Laura. You remember the Frenchman on there? I can't think of his name. He wrote a book. He was actually a prisoner in Germany, in Nazi Germany. And, but I got an autographed book from him. Well, get you something to eat, smoking. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, yeah, I remember that, Jared. Hey, Shandy, tell us about your channel. I invite you up, but I don't. I barely could do a live stream, much less anything else. I barely remember Mr. Rogers. I know I always liked that opening when he'd come on there and sing. I don't know for whatever reason. Oh, okay. Thank you for staying around, Joe. What do you say, Ken? I decided to go live. I don't remember that, Mark. But vaguely, the name sounds familiar, though. Yeah, I miss a lot of those old shows. On the Rifleman, Johnny Crawford, who played the son on the Rifleman, he just died. He had Alzheimer's, and he was on. There's a guy that does a lot of interviews with them older series, especially westerns, and Johnny was on there, and he couldn't talk much, but he did some rope tricks. But he remembered how to sling that rope. He was good at that. But they had a fundraiser for him because a lot of people don't know this, but he didn't get residuals from the Rifleman. And he was in, I think it was El Dorado with John Wayne, and he got drafted, so he went in the military right after that. And John Wayne actually shot him in that movie. And but he went in the military, and then he had a singing career. But I donated a little bit of money, not nothing big, but I always figured I owed him that for all the Rifleman episodes I watched. And I still watch them because you can get them on YouTube. I've watched probably about every one of them. And I think the Rifleman may have been on for 5 years, if I remember correctly. Well, I appreciate everybody being here. I really do. It's nice to visit with y'all. All right, that one show. What was your favorite show? Yeah, he did, Jared. His name's Johnny Crawford. Does anybody remember Land of the Giants? Oh, Shandy, yeah, I love the British humor. Oh, I love that. Benny Hill, I love me some Benny Hill. Appreciate that, Ken. Y'all wish Ken a happy birthday. He just turned 90, and he's doing real good. Honeymooners, yeah. Oh, yeah, I like Monty Python, too. I know there was one, I can't think of the name of it, they were in a department store, but the humor was real slight, and you had to listen good to catch it, but it was hilarious. And there was one where a guy dressed up as a woman, but he was doing some self-waxing. Gosh, I was in the floor just crying from that. Only fools and horses. I'm not familiar with that, Shandy. So I take it you're in the UK, Shandy? Lawrence Welk. Heck yeah, Jenny. I actually like Lawrence Welk. Hey, Amy, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I love some Lawrence Welk. I like older music like that, like Rat Pack music and stuff like that. And I can listen to some of it. It'll get me to crying because I used to watch Lawrence Welk on Saturday night with my mama. It just brings back good memories. Yeah, it came on Saturday night here. Y'all remember that one of the Mouseketeers danced on Lawrence Welk? Okay. I met him. Hey, email me that, Mark, because I'll forget about it. I'll be going Bill Wendy or, email me that, and I'll look it up. I've got 16 people in here. I appreciate y'all coming to hang out with me. You wait, kid. Yeah, one of these days, all of a sudden it's zapped, and you realize, darn, I'm old. I can still go pretty good, but I can tell, if I hit it hard. I'm working on a roof tomorrow, and I'll be sore from throwing that big heavy ladder around. Yeah, I messed up my back when I was about 30, Ken, and it took me about 5, 6 years to get it not really straightened out, but where I could work with it. And it was a tough time. Thank you, Barbara. Okay, I'm trying to make y'all moderators, but I can't on here. My laptop died. That's why I hadn't been responding to comments, because I can't hardly see on this phone. The only way I can see now is because I'm outside and it's dark. Oh yeah, Barbara, the Beverly Hillbillies. Smoking is a long story on Bo. Somebody stole him or he got killed. I don't know. He vanished one day and I searched and searched over for him. That thing broke me up. But I've got another rescue here. I went to turn in Bo's food. I'm going to do a video about it. I hadn't been able to because I can't talk about it without crying. And I went to turn in Bo's food and there was this dog staring at me. And I shot the dog with the finger because I was mad. I came out and the dog was still staring at me. So I called the place. They had all these protocols in place. You couldn't go in and all, but they took the food. And so I said, y'all got any dogs up? And they had one dog there that was fixed, housebroke, and it did well around cats. And guess who it was? It was that dog that kept staring at me. So that dog is now with me. His name's Stretchy Nigel Armstrong. His name was Punisher, but I just don't like that type of name for a dog. I like it to be something cute. And the only dog, I had a real small dog one time, and his name was Killer. I named him Killer. And if friends came up, I'd go running outside, and I'd say, "Where's Killer?" And they said, "What's Killer?" I said, "It's my dog." Man, they go running, get in the car and stuff, then Killer come running up wagging his tail. He was a little bitty thing. He was part Beagle and part Basset Hound. His legs weren't, but if his legs were 5 inches long, I'm probably exaggerating. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, I miss Bo. You can hear Stretchy. He's barking. He's getting better, but Bo was like my personal security detail. My washing machine, if I go to wash all my comforters and stuff like that, I go to a laundromat. Well, we went in the middle of the night where I could avoid people doing all this. Well, there was a homeless guy there sleeping in there. So I went in and got all my stuff running. Bo and I were outside just standing around. Well, the guy come out there, he's trying to bum money. I don't give no money, but I will buy somebody a meal. And something about the guy was kind of tweaky. Well, Bo didn't like him. I could tell when Bo didn't like somebody. He kind of had his head turned to the side. And the guy was kind of, can I pet your dog? I said, no, I wouldn't advise that. And Bo didn't like him. Well, the cops pulled up. They saw that guy. And that cop let that guy have it, told him he needed to leave the county. And ended up, okay, Barbara. And the chat's going blank on me, and can't keep up. And so the cop came back and apologized to me. I said, that's no problem. I said, my dog didn't like him. And I said, I knew if he touched me with that dog would eat him alive. I had some trespassers out here, and I thought he was going to kill him. If he'd have got in the car with him, he'd have tore some people apart. Oh, man, yeah, I'd like to see that, Mark. I'll check it out. Okay, let's have some trivia. Without Googling the answer, who did Ken Curtis, better known as Festus, sing with? Does anybody remember that? That's Festus. He sang with a group prior to Gunsmoke. Yeah, some dogs are like that. Stretchy's getting better about things. He lets me know when something's amiss, but most of the time he's wanting me to find that spot on him to make his legs tremble and scratch him. You know how dogs do. You get that, and they're kind of in a euphoric state. Yeah, I like Festus too because it kind of reminded me of people I knew. Yeah, Gomer sang too, Jared. He was an accomplished singer. Oh, if you scratch his back, his legs kick? Yeah, the Gunsmoke Festus, Jerry. He sang with a group called the Young Pioneers. If you pull him up, he sings and he is as clean, and he sounded nothing like that. And he was married to one of John Ford, the director who directed John Wayne. He was married to one of his daughters. Yeah, Jerry Hers. It was the Young Pioneers, and there's still some video available on YouTube. He's an excellent singer. You wouldn't think it the way he talked. You know, I figured it'd be like something I'd say. Well, make sure you get Jared that food where he won't keep fur balls in him, and make sure you got a big litter box too. Yeah, I get trivia questions every day. I get them twice a day, and sometimes some months yeah, I can hit it real good, and some months I'm terrible at it. I'm not as good as what I thought I was. Oh, that's good, Lord. Yeah, you train him outside. I'm sure the neighbors love that. Yeah, old age judge get us all marked, which they told me I was going to have arthritis in my back, and I do. And I can feel it all over, but I just keep on going. You don't like trivia, Barbara? What's your hobbies? Okay, Joe, we're waiting on you. Yeah, I hurt my back when I was about 30, and that was it's not been 100% since then, but I do what I got to do. Yeah, wait till you get older, Jared. Well, that's good that you do that, Barbara. Mod people's channels. Yeah, I've got my mod bar, and you know, a lot of people I'm regular with. Well, smoking. If I'd have grilled tonight, I'd have made you something. I cheated tonight. I had chicken pot pies, and I'd been grilling for the last few nights. So I said I'm going to grill tonight, and I've been cleansing myself, so I haven't been drinking any beer for a little while. But I may get some beer for the weekend. I feel like it's a Corona weekend. Yeah, Jared probably still got baby teeth, Barbara. Well, that's true, Jenny. If I'd lay around, I'd stiffen up like a board. So I get out and move. Yeah, I wanted to make some homemade chicken pot pie or spaghetti, but I've been craving rice here lately for whatever reason. Why? I ain't got a clue. But I went and got some hibachi uh, and rice, shrimp and steak at a Japanese place near me. That meat and potato pie, Shandy, is that like a Scottish dish or is that a UK type thing? Yeah, from her picture that I could see, uh, Barbara looks young. Yeah, I tried it. Well, it's just simple country cooking, Jenny. I'm glad you like it. Is meat pie like a staple in the UK, Shandy? I know we like chicken pot pies around here. God, Lord, that does sound good. I love some broccoli. I'm growing some in the garden. I lost one of my plants from that surprise frost we got. Well, Shandy, yeah, pot pie can have a crust or it can have dough on the inside of it too and on the bottom. And like it'll have chicken, potatoes, carrots. Um, Trying to think of what else it can have in it. Maybe sweet peas or something like that. Sorry about the dark screen, folks. Suddenly we're talking about pot. Well, I never exhaled, so. You in North Carolina, Jerry? Yeah, Ken, you know that. I wish I was in my 30s again. Gosh, I wish. Trying to read the chat, y'all. Sorry about that being quiet on you. I'm not going to be on here too much longer. That's very true. Nothing like good bacon. Hey, Jerry, you got to put bacon on the grill. Gosh, that I've got some country ham I may cook on the grill tomorrow. Man, you talk about something good on the grill. Man, you get that seasoning in there. Gosh. Yeah, Jenny. Well, good bacon. There's nothing like it. You have bacon sandwich, bacon and eggs, and gosh, I'll put bacon on a steak, make a little bacon blanket on it, and I've been getting these fresh steaks and cooking them, but everything's so expensive. I mean, gosh, just meat and all that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been to Concord, Kannapolis area. Not a lot. I haven't been up there in some years. One more year to go. Wait till you get my age, Ken. Well, we're glad you could come join us, Barbara. No, I bet it did, Mark. Did you have to give up your tapioca pudding, or are you insured to stay up late? Well, come visit with us anytime, Barbara. That's during these kind of times. This kind of been my human contact per se. Getting on these live chats, just being able to talk and laugh with my friends. Because Amy's had these live chats going, I guess, since YouTube first started them. It weren't too long when she was, however the requirements were back then to have live chats. And gosh, that's been at least 4 years now, I guess. But I use that for my human contact. Other than that, I'm getting out of everybody's way. They're coughing or sniffling, I avoid them like the plague. Yeah, Jerry. Well, I've gotten rid of the hogs now, but I'll have some more for too long. Yeah, Jenny, I've got pigs. And I've got pigs, I've got meat chickens, I've got meat rabbits, and got my little garden. Yeah, Barbara, a lot of us stay in contact via email. So my email's in my about thing on my page. If you ever want to talk, just send me an email. I email with Amy, Joe, Bart, Jared, Laura. Most of it's nonsense, just stuff to crack us up. We'll hear something or, some kind of joke. Some people may get mad about it. We just giggle and go on and figure out some way to come back again. I've got allergies too, Jenny. I went to my doctor. Now, my doctor is a physician's assistant. He was a corpsman in Vietnam. And unless you've been captured, shot, or hit a booby trap, you're okay. But he told me, hey, Anthony, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate you stopping in. And but he told me, he said, something, you've got a breathing problem. I said, I never had no breathing problem. I've got allergies. I'm on an inhaler daily. And I got to admit that inhaler helps me out a lot because I noticed on a lot of my videos, like I'm breathing like, I'm just hassling for breath. Thank you for stopping by, Anthony. I appreciate that. We're just sitting here. I was trying to figure out a live stream, and it came up. It's come up before, but I was having problems, and finally it came up, and I was able to. Before I knew it, a couple of people jumped in, and we started talking. Y'all hear those sirens? Something's going on. I've heard more sirens during this pandemic than I have my whole life. And I was in Atlanta, staying in Atlanta for a little spell. I was on a project down there, and I didn't hear that many sirens there. Oh, they're coming by the house. Y'all hear Stretchy? He did that the other day. We were going somewhere and he heard one. Man, that was hilarious. I was trying to get him on a video, but I missed him. He's a mess. He's a lot of company to me because I'm out here by myself, and he keeps me company. And he looks after me too. He's getting where he's kind of hooked over. Not like Bo, but he's doing good. That ain't no Cody, Amy. That's Stretchy Nigel Armstrong. Yeah, he hears noises now, so he's letting me know something's up. Yeah, he gets along real good with the cats. And Gray Cat, she's normally the one around here. Yeah, I like documentaries about World War II as well, Ken. I've read a lot of books on World War II and on just different stuff relating to World War II. Man, that was our greatest generation. That's funny, Jenny. Hey, Debbie, thanks for stopping by to see me. Just take your shoes off, set a spell, and get comfortable, hon. We're just in here chatting about any and everything. Yeah, there's a Ken, Mark Felton Productions. He does little 10-minute videos on World War II, and this guy goes into detail. I mean, it is, if you ever, it's Mark Felton, Ken, but he gives these short videos on different battles, planes, different stuff, that wasn't a regular occurrence. There was one guy who shot down another pilot with a pistol, and he went over and told how all that happened. It was real good. Hey, vodka. Y'all, I'm trying to catch up with the chat. I don't know why this chat ain't rolling like it's supposed to. Everybody check everybody out. Your uncle was in World War II, Jenny? Yeah, Mark Felton. He's an English guy, Ken. Yeah, you'd like him, man. His videos are top notch. His research is just beyond compare. But yeah, Jenny, all my uncles were in World War II. My daddy tried to get in it, and by the time he got in, he was the youngest out of all that crew. Uh, Everybody had surrendered, and when he got out of boot camp, he still did his duty. Well, congratulations, Laura. Y'all, let's show love to everybody in here. Laura's up to 200. Let's get her up a little bit higher. Let's get everybody up a little bit higher. I appreciate y'all sharing this out. What you making, Cody, Amy? A big bag of howdy. Hey, happy wife. It's good to see you. I'm glad you stopped by. I've been missing you. Oh, sorry to hear that, Jenny. That was a tough war in Korea. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, I was going to go in the military, and I want to go in the Navy. I want to be a naval officer, something awful. And it just never worked out for whatever reason. And probably for the best, but I'd like to have gone in just say I went. Yeah, I just happened to, I was messing with it, happy wife, and I said, well, I'm going to go on. And then some people popped in here, and we got to talking, and I need to do more of these lives because really, I enjoy hanging out with y'all and seeing all y'all. I really do. Hey, Jan's Life. I'm all right. I'm just old and moldy. A guy saved your grandfather in Korea. You think about how close, you know, things are to changing. And that guy saved your grandfather's life. Thank you, Jenny. You're sweet. I don't know what the deal is. The chat ain't rolling on me. I'm having to roll it by hand, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm so technologically challenged, it's not even funny. Oh, vodka, it's all right. Things happen. Well, folks, I'm going to wind this down because the mosquitoes are starting to tear my old tail up. I'm surprised they can bite through me. Thank you, Joe. Hey, player, how you doing? Player, you do not want to see me. I am like frighteningly ugly. When I was born, the doctor spanked me, hit my mama, and then they were trying to find my dad to beat him. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, player. This was kind of a spur of the moment, random thing. But I might try and do more of these. I've really enjoyed talking to y'all, just sharing. I enjoy going to other people's live streams. I've been here lately. I'm not getting my notifications for whatever reason. And the live's already done. Oh, well, thank you for hanging out with me, Jerry. Wow, Jared. Yeah, stuff like that happened. There was a friend of mine, her first husband, he stayed in some water and some cattails, some vegetation of some sort, and he had problems the rest of his life because it was cold, but he said those Germans were all around looking for him. I'll stay on a little while longer, Ken. I appreciate that. See how many we can get in here. Oh, well, thank you, Happy Wife. We just be in here talking about any and everything. Happy Wife, what was your favorite program when you were young to watch? You know, like Gilligan's Island, uh, Bonanza, stuff like that. What were you, that we were going over that? Uh, my mama thought I was handsome, and till I grew up. Love you too, Amy. Thank you, hon. Y'all show everybody some love. Get those numbers up for everybody. I can't believe I'm at 1930 now. I appreciate that. I never really, I was hoping I'd go to like 10 or 12 million, but when you're making the worst, cheapest videos on YouTube, you can't expect to go too high. Love you too, Joe. Thank you, hon. Hey, Rob, thanks for coming in here. Yeah, they were, Jared. That was the greatest generation. I just happened to read about this guy today and found his obituary, and I didn't know the guy, and just gave my condolences. He was in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Those guys are just awesome guys. Love Boat player. Yeah, I like Love Boat. Andy Griffin. Yeah, I love some Andy Griffin. And I was talking earlier, I'm a trivia nut, and I get a lot of stories on the different shows about different stuff that was happening, and it helps me with my trivia stuff. And I don't know that my trivia has been lacking. Knowledge has been lacking here lately. It all depends on what it is. Like newer stuff, like newer programs, I couldn't tell you nothing about them. I don't know why this thing will not scroll. Okay, maybe I've got it now. Night, Mark. Make sure they put water beside your bed, Mark. We were talking about it earlier. Mark and I had a little competition going on. Well, I put it in my community. Mark, unbeknownst to both of us, he put out a snake video, and I had one going to drop that night, so I figured we'd make a contest, see whose snake was bigger. Yeah, I've been up there to Mount Airy. There's a eating place up there called the Snappy something, a good wife. And I've ate there before. I can't remember the name. It just won't come to me right now. Yeah, I remember that jam with Robert Conrad. I loved him on Wild Wild West. And hey, Shandy, thanks for stopping by, hon. God, folks, I'm fixing to shut it down. These mosquitoes have gone into they're trying to find a landing spot. I'm sorry, and I'm going to shut it down. Hey, thank y'all so much for coming and spending time with me. I really do appreciate that. And gosh, I've been on here an hour and 6 minutes. I get to run in my mouth. I lose track of time. And hey, Jerry, thank you for stopping by. Player, thank you so much. Everybody. And Jerry Howard, thank you for coming by. I appreciate that. And we're going to do it again sometime. I love y'all. Take care now.